Hi there, this is John Allen Green, Franciscan Hermit from Johannesburg, with my weekly Gospel Reflections. And today we reflect on this Holy Easter Sunday. Look closely at the mural of the resurrection of Christ. You will notice it's not Christ coming out of the dark of the tomb into the light of the world. No, it is Jesus the Christ, the light, coming into our darkened world. Christ the light has come into the kingdom of this world, and although this light is not always recognized, the world will never be the same again because of the light. The light of Christ is within us. God indeed, God's word is within us. The divine body and blood is within us, and the world will never be the same again. The glow of this light peeps out into the world through the cracks of our woundedness and through the cracks of our vulnerability. Reflect for a moment upon yourself as the other disciple whom Jesus loved. You also go into the tomb and see the cloth which has covered Jesus' head lying nearby, neatly folded. Why did he believe when he saw this cloth neatly folded and put to one side? We know that for this disciple, the world after that moment was never the same again. Sadness was turned to joy. Light replaced darkness. Hope replaced despair. Love and compassion replaced indifference and hate. And indeed, for this disciple, the world was never the same again. Is this not also what we want for ourselves, as that other beloved disciple? For this beloved disciple, it began with seeing and believing. In the Middle Eastern culture, where eating can be quite a messy affair, the napkin is not some dainty little affair, but a substantial cloth to clean hands and mouth, and also that greasy beard. When someone left the dinner table, the napkin was tossed aside to show that they were finished and not returning. When it was neatly folded, it meant, "Wait for me, I'm coming back." Seeing this, he believed, and his world would never be the same again. The resurrection of Jesus the Christ in body, spirit, and body entwined, earthly and divine, as the final template of what we too are called to become. This is not some disembodied spirit, but fully a person, to be known. Death has been overcome, and now for me also the world will never be the same again. On this Easter Sunday of the resurrection, we may find ourselves trapped in darkness or in despair. You've lost a loved one, and your soul is wrenched in two, as though light and love are forever lost. Illness or infirmity may have overtaken you, and suddenly you feel worthless. A friend has betrayed you, and the grey mist of anger and sorrow overwhelm you. The career that you followed faithfully for so many years has abruptly been lost, leaving you financially unstable and an uncertain future. Power and control have been wrenched from your hands, and you feel powerless and defenseless. Crime has caught up with you or your loved ones, and in this fearless, fearful grip, you now feel so vulnerable. I ask you, let your gaze move from the cross to the mural of the resurrection, to witness that light coming out of the tomb. You are that beloved disciple. And Jesus says to you, his beloved disciple, "This is where your hope and joy is to be found. And I'm going to prepare a place for you also, so that where I am, you also may be." This is the promise of Jesus in whom we trust. Darkness, evil, and death have been overcome, and for you and for me, the world will never be the same again. Even in the midst of turmoil and of unspeakable evil, Jesus the Christ is risen from the dead, evil is overcome, and the world will never be the same again. Let us therefore live fully, live as people of the resurrection, filled with peace, joy, and hope. May the joy of this Easter be with you now and always, and may the Lord grant you his peace.